What's up, YouTube? So, a couple of months ago, I made a video about the Steak 'n Shake $10,000 franchise. And somebody had asked me if I can make another video following up on my progress. So, I figured I'd go ahead and do that. Let you guys know that I did opt to not go with Steak 'n Shake. One of the reasons I opted to not go with Steak 'n Shake was because after they sent me the franchise disclosure, basically they called me up like the day it ended and was like, well, actually, no, they called me before I even received it and started telling me that the store I was interested in, somebody else was interested in that store, and they were wondering what I was going to do. So I kind of felt like right off the bat they were trying to pressure me into doing this, which wasn't going to happen. And then literally the day that I was supposed to make a decision, send the franchise agreement back and give them the $10,000, they called me up that day and basically said, hey, you know what? We're going to give this store to someone else. That irritated me because, you know, it seems like to me they just waited to the end of their legal term and they moved on, just kind of ignored me because I wasn't really responsive, I guess, to them in the 14 days, but I had 14 days to think about it, and I figured in that 14 days that I should just, you know, not really be communicating with them, but trying to figure out if this was something I wanted to do. I had all the information that I needed. I went through all the disclosures, contracts, everything, and read it. Like I said in my other video, though, this concept is not for the faint of heart. Like, you have to know what you're doing, which, you know, I know what I'm doing. I just really didn't want to get into the Steak 'n Shake franchise with these guys. I really didn't like the way they were handling it. I did speak to some of the other franchisees. I felt like I was directed only to franchisees that were loyal to the company, if that makes sense. So most of the franchisees that I talked to, basically, they said that, yeah, it was great, everything was great, but then I got more in depth and started talking to them more, and they said that basically they already had worked for the company for many years. So that's why they had a great, you know, so much great to say about the company. They worked for the company for many years. They were a part of a different franchise program, because if you read more in depth to the franchise program, if you work for Steak 'n Shake, you have a better opportunity of getting a Steak 'n Shake. They will actually finance to $10,000, so you don't have to pay it up front. So when you're talking to these to Steak 'n Shake, and they're sending you these people to call, make sure you look through the franchise disclosure agreement and you find numbers of franchise for yourself to call. Don't just call the ones they give you, because they're only going to give you people, obviously, who have, you know, been very successful or very loyal to the company. I would say that if, you know, I will honestly say there are better business opportunities out there for $10,000 than Steak 'n Shake. Now, if you are diehard into the QSR industry and you really want to push it, go ahead, give it a try. Like I said, it's not for everyone, but I do feel there's better things to do with your $10,000 to start a business, which I'm actually going to make a video going over some of those because, you know, as part of my channel, we do unboxings. I talk to guys about business stuff sometimes. So basically, the whole thing is, I'm going to do a video about it. We're going to talk about some different options that you could do with the $10,000 or even less than $10,000. There's tons of ways to start a business. I own a t-shirt company that I literally started for $20. So, I mean, there's tons of ways that you can make money other than giving Steak 'n Shake $10,000. This is the last video I'm going to make about Steak 'n Shake. If you guys want to know any more information about Steak 'n Shake, go ahead, leave a comment in the bottom, and I will message you, and I'll tell you anything you want. But this is probably going to be the last video I make about Steak 'n Shake. But I do have an unboxing I'm going to do. I just got some new sneakers that came out, so I'm going to do an unboxing for those. So check out for that video here in a little bit. All right, I'm out, YouTube. Thank you.